What's going on? My name is Joey Mason, owner of Mason Hills Farm, and we've just gotten finished with our upland hunt, and my good friend David Sessions came by, and we've been talking a little bit about some of the things that we're facing as farmers, and I wanted to ask you a few questions, and thank you so much for your time.
I'm glad to be here, Joey.
Yeah, thank you. And you've really been a good supporter of us, and it means a lot to me.
Hey,
And,
being a farmer myself,
yeah.
I understand the challenges.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm glad you're here.
And so we were talking about some of the old administration, how they were doing things, and maybe how the new administration could do things that would help us as row crop farmers and farmers that produce proteins.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I think it started, I noticed a huge hit on us when the Biden administration took over and their energy policy was just so bad.
Yeah.
That it skyrocketed. We faced, and I know you faced it right here building all this, our expenses over doubled in a 2-year period.
Yeah.
Just materials, labor, supplies, fuel, everything. Fertilizer, everything went up. So the challenges are here for agriculture. Hopefully President Trump get that turned around. And I think he will. I think he's on the right track. I think he needs to hear from people like me and you.
Yeah.
I think he needs, his ag secretary needs to sit down with a group of real farmers that are facing these challenges. You face it in the cattle industry. I face it in row crops and vegetables and fruits.
Yeah.
So,
And what are some of the things that you think they could do a little different now, some of the policies that maybe they could enact?
Yeah, I think to get to the proper balance, tariffs will help. I believe President Trump's on the right track with some of the tariffs to try and curtail some of this unfair trade policies we deal with China, Mexico. Joey, you and I have to jump through hoops to do anything. We're regulated. We're over-regulated.
That's correct.
We can't do anything without being inspected or regulated or have to do it a certain way, use certain things. These foreign countries don't do that.
Well, not only regulated, but then we're taxed to death, and then we're never given any grants. We were just talking about that. And not that we really want as many grants. We just want to be not regulated so much.
Well, if we can get on a fair playing field, our product, we can compete with anybody.
Yeah, and we don't mind competing.
We don't mind competing, but put us at a level playing field.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where we need to be.
And how we can get into this or we can talk about it later, but how do you think we get into a level playing field?
Well, the beef is doing okay right now, but it's not as good as it probably should be.
Yeah.
One of the reasons beef is doing well, beef's high, is because they can afford to pay more on the hoof because the grains are so cheap.
Yeah.
And we're all farmers, so how does the grain farmer survive and the beef farmer survive and we all profit together?
Yeah.
And that's where we need to be, not one competing against the other, but trying to help one another.
When they say when the tide rises, then the boat rises too, and so we all need to rise together.
That's right.
And we were talking about if it wasn't for our retail stores, what we're doing as a wholesale operation, as a mass production operation, really doesn't work, does it?
The wholesale business is real tough right
Yeah.
now. And it goes back again. McDonald's, Taco Bell, these kind of guys, where are they getting their beef? It's Mexican beef.
Mm-hmm.
It's low grade. It's not, most of it's not very good beef.
That's correct.
I don't eat at those places.
No, sir.
I just bought a couple steaks here because I want something good to eat.
Yes, sir.
I know where it was grown.
That's correct.
I know how it was handled.
Mm-hmm.
Same way with my farm, my produce. It's grown here. We're the first ones to eat it.
Yeah.
We're not going to do anything that's going to be dangerous to anyone.
That's right.
Our food in this country has been the safest, most abundant, and cheapest of any country in the world.
Until recent, right?
Yeah.
And now it's just
until these last 3 years.
Yeah. Energy cost of driving it up, and so I think he's going to try to slash those by 50%. I heard.
Well, that'd be good. That would help. That'd be a start.
Yeah, it would be a start.
We get manufacturing costs down on some of our inputs.
Yeah.
Fertilize and things like that. It's all driven off of the barrel of oil.
Yeah, and really we love doing this. We do this because our families eat here too, and customers come, and it's really what drives us. But if we're not careful, our government, if we didn't have an administration change, our government was going to try to put us out of business.
They were. There was no doubt that the green people wanted 60% of all cattle operations in the United States to cease and desist.
Yeah.
60%.
Yeah.
You think a piece of meat's high right now?
It's
you do
high.
away with 60% more of our production.
Yes, sir.
And it would more than double.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know, so.
we're making strides here. I don't have any background in this, but I'm trying to just really create some very good proteins and create jobs for people. And, we're helping build infrastructure here in Mobile County. And
you're a good salesman.
Hey, you got to be a good salesman when you like us, And
you better,
and thank y'all so much for giving us the loan that you did and through the USDA, and it really means a lot to me. And hopefully we can make some change with that a little bit.
And I think those programs help.
They do.
And I think there needs to be some more help coming down the road for value added. I mean, there needs to be, like in our situation, we had an abundant citrus crop and had to leave probably 40% of them on the trees. Now, if we had some value added industry like a juicer or some way we could do that, I mean, but we can't afford to do everything.
No, you can't.
You just can't do it.
No.
Anytime you turn around and you're having to spend $100,000 here or $100,000 there, hey, those cotton pickers that are picking cotton, $1 million.
$1 million. And you can't work on them yourself, right? You have to hire those guys.
They don't want you to. We had a lawsuit over that.
Well, do you got anything else you'd like to say?
Well, we're just hoping that we can sit down with the Secretary of Agriculture.
That'd be great.
And make some points with her. We understand that she's American first.
Yes, sir.
And we want American agriculture to be first, too.
And if Robert Kennedy, if you'd like to be there, we'd love to talk to you.
Love
Elon, Trump. As a matter of fact, Trump, y'all can come down and do some shoots down here.
We're 3 miles from the Gulf of America.
Yes, sir. And
3 miles.
Here we are, and we'd love to support you, and love to show you a good time, show you what we do here.
That's right.
And
love to have them.
We're happy with what the last 5 days or 6 days have been. They've been really good, and these next 100 days are going to look really good, huh?
Yeah, I hope so.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Always good
yes,
to be
sir.
with you.